Hey, it's Mom, and today we're making chicken noodle soup. Today we're going to make homemade chicken noodle soup. We're going to start with the ingredients. We have 3 breaths. Yeah. Last time I checked there were 2 there.
Yes, 2. 1, 2, yeah. Okay.
Stop it!
We have 2. Okay.
We're going to start with the ingredients. We have 2 boneless, skinless chicken breasts, chicken base, 4 carrots, 3 stalks of celery, and 1 diced onion. Do you have any understanding how much wine I go through when and why I can't talk by the end?
By the end, you're like, and then my guy Jennifer. You know what I said? I was going to make that little comment at the end. We're going to have to do it tomorrow because we'll be loaded by the time we're done.
We're going to start with the chicken breast. The first thing that you do is we're just going to dice it. Take long slices. And then depending on whether you're going to make a very hearty chicken soup or a not hearty chicken soup, we're going to take the slices and cut them in half and then dice it. So if you're going to make a hearty chicken soup, maybe make inch slices. If you're going to make one that's not quite so hearty, you want smaller dices. Let's make a hearty chicken soup tonight. We'll make bigger slices.
You're making it look so easy. Like I literally was in a overwhelming panic when my friend asked me the only thing she wanted, and she was very ill, was homemade chicken soup. And I literally went into a crazy panic because I had no idea. I'm like, I can get you some Progresso. Like that, I mean, I'm gonna go home and I can make a full-time chicken soup.
Mm-hmm. Once your chicken's diced, we're gonna throw it into your stock pot. This is already preheated. You wanna preheat your pan, and we don't add any oil to it. Oil will just come to the surface and make your soup greasy, oily. So we're just going to add this straight into the pan. You will find that this will appear to stick for some time, but once it starts to cook, the juices come out of the chicken, moistens up the pan, and then the chicken releases from the pan, and you don't have to scrape it.
Even cutting the meat, like I'm a hot mess when I'm cutting meat. This is how bad it is. I cook it as a breast and chop it with scissors.
What?
Yeah, like it's horrible. It's horrible. It's so horrible.
People do that.
It's so horrible.
While your chicken is cooking, we're going to dice the rest of our vegetables. We're just going to take the celery, and again, depending on the type of chicken soup, whether you want to make hearty, really big pieces, it's going to depend on how you're going to slice your vegetables. We are making hearty tonight, so I'm only going to slice the celery in half, and then I'm going to take probably 1/2-inch slices, make really big cuts. We're going to chop the carrots now. These have been washed and peeled already. I like to cut my carrots in half. It's just a more manageable size. We're just going to cut this into quarters and then probably 1/2-inch size dice. So you get nice big pieces of vegetables. The chicken has been cooking for about 5 minutes now. It's just enough time for us to dice the vegetables. And you can see how it's all cooking and there's some brown in the pan. We're just going to stir that up. The moisture has come out of the chicken. and it's all loosened up from the pan. Just give it a quick stir. Let that finish cooking. We didn't add any oil to this. It's not needed. When you make soup, I try not to add oil if I don't have to, because if you do, it comes to the top of the pot and then you have to remove it or have an oily soup. If you find that your chicken is sticking, you can always add a little bit of water to the pan, and that will help loosen everything up. The chicken is almost cooked, so we're going to add the vegetables to our pot now. Just stir in the vegetables, and you're just going to let them cook for a few minutes with the chicken till they start to get a little soft. The chicken and vegetables have been cooking for just a couple of minutes, and you can see that there's some browning along the edges and on the bottom, and that's okay. It's not burnt. It's just nice and brown. That caramelization is going to add some great flavor to the soup. Just stir it up. Next thing that we're going to add is some water. Okay, so you see the browning at the bottom of the pan? We're just going to add some water, and I'm going to show you how that actually adds some nice color. Look at how beautiful that makes the color. That will all just dissolve right into your soup. Bring that back up to temperature. That was about 6 cups of water that I added. We're going to go ahead and add a little bit more water to the stock. As you're adding water, just make sure that the consistency is proportionate to the vegetables and the chicken in your pot. You just want to make sure that you have enough chicken and vegetables to the amount of stock that you want. If you want something a little bit more hearty, make sure that there's more chicken and vegetables, a little bit less water. But again, you need to have enough broth to compensate for the chicken and vegetables that are in the pot.
We're gonna cut in Jennifer. I have no idea what I'm doing. I actually buy this out of a can. So whatever she states in the next 5 minutes, no matter how many times it's edited, it's better than what I know. So the stock and the chicken look consistent. So I'm good. Oh, that smells delicious. Oh, girl. Ooh, is it horrible? I'll pipe her.
Yeah,
now.
no.
Okay. It's better than that.
So we've added about 10 cups of water to the chicken and vegetables that we've added. That's about the right consistency.
We're badasses.
This has been simmering for just a few minutes now. We're going to add chicken base. The ratio for this, the instructions is 1 teaspoon per cup. With this, I always add a couple of heaping teaspoons, like really heaping teaspoons, and let it dissolve, and then taste it in a few minutes. Let it completely dissolve into the stock. Give it a taste. While your stock is cooking, we're going to get the noodles ready. This is boiling water. Just add a good round of salt to it. You always want to salt your water when you're cooking noodles. Again, follow the directions.
Oh God.
I don't even know how we're gonna fix that one. Cheers. Now that you've picked your noodles up off of the counter, we're gonna add them to the pot. The pasta is cooked. We're gonna take it off the stove. While you're cooking your pasta, here's the thing that you need to do. Check the label. Check to see how long it takes to cook. About a minute or two before it says that you need to cook it, pull some out of the pot, give it a taste, see if that's how you like it. I like it just a little bit undercooked so that it's got a little bit more chewiness to it. Once it's done, pull it off of the stove, drain the hot water, put it in an ice water bath to stop the cooking, and then hold it off to the side until you're ready to serve your soup. The vegetables are cooked. You can see the carrots are soft, the celery is almost clear, the onions are clear, the chicken is cooked. It's only taken a few minutes for this to cook. We're going to take a taste now and just see how the stock tastes.
And this is chicken noodle soup.
At this point, we're just going to have a little taste, see how the stock is. Again, this was boiling, so let it cool down before you put it in your mouth. This is perfect. If it's too salty, add a little water. If it's not salty enough, either add salt or a little bit of chicken base to it. It really is perfect.
Is it? Yay! I took a picture of your sour face. This is what happens when you drink and do a cooking show.
Seriously.
Oh my god. That tastes like something like better than I can.
Of course it's better than the can.
Oh my gosh. It's time to eat.
Now that you have the soup made, there are lots of different variations that you can make.
So we use the extra wide egg noodles. Okay.
You can use extra wide egg noodles. You can use...
I like spaghetti noodles chopped up. Does that make sense to you?
You can use that. You can use,
Okay.
if you go into the Spanish area, they've got ABCs, they've got stars, they've got like Lipton chicken noodles.
All right.
You can use rice. You can use quinoa.
rice.
You can
Quinoa?
use buckwheat.
I can use quinoa?
Why not? You can add chicken noodles.
I bathe you and your children.
Whatever sort of condiment that you want with it, just go ahead, add your soup. Add your noodles. Here's one of the tricks to making great chicken noodle soup is you never add your noodles until you're serving it. So keep your noodles to the side. As you're serving it, you add the noodles to your bowl or whatever condiment that you're adding. If you're adding buckwheat, if you're adding the star-shaped noodles, whatever noodles you're adding, don't add it until the very last minute. Here's the finished product, chicken noodle soup. If you like this video, don't forget to share it with all your friends. Subscribe to our channel. If you have questions or comments, don't forget to email us at momscookingadvice@gmail.com. See you next week. Cheers.
Blooper.